So, Zine and Helen, just a very personal thing, real quickly. Libby and I want to thank you for allowing us on December 1st of 1989 to start in a different form of ministry, the ministry of development and fundraising. And it has provided a life we could never have imagined, as I doubt 50 years ago you thought you'd be sitting here tonight, huh? What a legacy. How do we even think of what God has done in those 50 years past? And then hear about generations, the campaign to keep the momentum and the progress going. So I ask you tonight, are you going to help? As you pray and ponder, allow me to remind you of the iceberg analogy. We've heard Habakkuk many times tonight, right? The waters cover the sea. Some of that sea has icebergs in it, and scientists tell us what? An iceberg has about 10% showing above the surface, and 90% of the mass is underneath the surface. For most of the families here tonight, 10% would represent what our cash assets are. That part that we could write checks off of or turn into cash rather quickly. 90% would represent the rest of our assets, which would be real estate and maybe a business interest, investments, retirement accounts, life insurance, commodities, crops, those kinds of things. I said, are you going to help? And if you say, yes, we're in, and you decide to use your cash, that's pretty easy, right? You just decide the amount and you fulfill your strategy. But what if you would consider using the other 90% that might allow you to do your heart's desire and achieve a level of generosity you've only hoped and dreamed you could do? If that's the case, then let's talk. I think there's going to be a slide that has my phone number and my email on it. And if you want to talk about using the other 90% to do something for the Generations Campaign and other ministries in your church, places you love and care about, give me a call or send me an email. Love to talk with you. And while on the topic of conversation, real quickly, I was asked to say just a little bit about the gift planning services that Good News offers without cost or obligation to you. And at first, when I thought about that, it occurred to me that I can't see all of you, but all of you in this room are the most loyal and dedicated group to this ministry. You are the people who have prayed the most. You are the people who have given the most. You are the people who have encouraged the most. And because you are the most faithful partners, it also occurred to me that when the Lord calls you home, if Jesus tarries, and he will call all of us home, the giving that you've been doing to this ministry every year will be missed. And so I would ask you one other quick question tonight, you most faithful friends to the ministry. What would it take for you to ensure that your annual contribution continues either until the Lord returns or until GNPI is no longer needed as a valid ministry? And I wouldn't know when that would be. It's simple math. If you're giving $1,000 a year from your income, and you would leave behind from your estate, a retirement fund or a distribution from your will or trust, $25,000, that $25,000 could be invested to reproduce your $1,000 a year annual gift over and over and over again. So if the concept of continuing that passionate support that you in this room have more than any other people on the earth, I would think, let's talk. Please reach out to me, text me, call me, email me. I would love to have that conversation about our collective legacy support for this ministry. Thanks. We love you guys. You're an amazing group of people who have supported an amazing group of people. And together, it's going forward for the generations. Thanks.